The people of Pompeii could have escaped. They had time. They had warnings. But they stayed. Because the danger didn't arrive all at once. It arrived slowly, quietly, and eventually, it felt normal. Pompeii isn't just a story about a volcano. It's a story about how humans adapt to warning signs, and how that adaptation can become fatal. Before the eruption, Pompeii was not a doomed city. It was a busy one. Bread ovens were working. Public baths were full. Wine was poured. Dice were thrown in back rooms. People argued about politics. They complained about neighbors. They fell in love. The walls still speak. Graffiti covered the streets. Love notes, insults, jokes, campaign slogans. One message read, "Marcus slept here." Another said, "Felix loves Primogenia." Pompeii was alive. And that's exactly why no one believed it was about to die. 17 years before the eruption, in 62 AD, Pompeii was hit by a massive earthquake. Temples collapsed. Homes cracked open. Entire sections of the city were destroyed. But the city was not abandoned. Instead, people rebuilt. Some buildings were still under repair years later, held up by wooden supports when the volcano erupted. This matters, because Pompeii wasn't destroyed due to ignorance. It was destroyed despite warning. The danger had already introduced itself. After the earthquake, smaller tremors continued. The ground shook from time to time. Wells dried up. Animals behaved strangely. But Mount Vesuvius wasn't feared. It wasn't even seen as a volcano. It was just a mountain. A fertile one, covered in vineyards. Human psychology does something dangerous here. When a threat doesn't escalate immediately, the mind downgrades it. It becomes background noise, an inconvenience, a part of life. Pompeii didn't ignore the danger. They absorbed it. In late August of 79 AD, Vesuvius finally woke up. At first, smoke, then ash. The sky darkened, but the city was still standing. Some people packed valuables. Some waited. Some assumed it would pass. And here's the key truth. People feared lava, but lava wasn't what killed Pompeii. The people of Pompeii were not burned by flowing lava. They were killed by superheated gas and ash clouds. These clouds moved at incredible speed, hot enough to destroy lungs instantly, hot enough to kill within seconds. Many people never even had time to scream. Death in Pompeii wasn't dramatic. It wasn't cinematic. It was sudden, silent, final. Archaeologists found something unsettling. Some victims were carrying gold and jewelry. Others had nothing at all. That means people received the same information and made different decisions. Some ran early. Some hid. Some stayed. Disaster didn't strike everyone equally. The outcome was shaped by timing and choice. In Pompeii, survival wasn't about strength. It was about when you decided to act. Centuries later, excavators noticed empty spaces in the hardened ash. They filled them with plaster. What emerged was haunting. People shielding their faces. Families clinging to each other. Enslaved individuals still in chains. Pompeii didn't preserve ruins. It preserved reactions. Fear, hope, denial, human behavior, fossilized. Pompeii doesn't teach us about Rome through books. It teaches us through lives. We know what people ate, what they joked about, what they believed wasn't worth worrying about. Pompeii is not just a city. It's a paused moment, a snapshot of how humans respond when danger arrives slowly enough to feel familiar. The people of Pompeii didn't deny the threat. They postponed it. Life was still happening, and humans trust continuity more than warnings. Pompeii isn't a lesson about death. It's a lesson about delay. When danger whispers instead of shouts, we learn to live with it. When we look at Pompeii today, we're not just looking at ruins. We're looking into a mirror, and that mirror tells us something uncomfortable. Disasters don't always arrive with explosions. Sometimes they arrive slowly, until ignoring them feels normal.